If you follow what the majority of people do, in 80 to 90% of situations, you're probably doing something wrong.
And you'll be in debt, and you'll be paying off debts and loans for the rest of your life.
The majority of people are broke. The majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. The majority of people are drowning in debt. The majority of people have zero to no investments. The majority of people are unhappy. The majority of people are miserable. And the majority of people do not like their jobs. This is not me exaggerating. These are all statistical numbers where more than 50% of people feel this way. And so if now you keep doing what everybody else does, you're going to end up like everybody else. And so this is where now you want to think a little bit different and try to find what's right for you and start to get educated yourself. Because when it comes to the mindset, the first thing you have to understand is that it is possible. Because if you're sitting there saying, it's not possible for someone like me, somebody who has my background, my parents, my whatever, I can't become successful, I 100% guarantee that you will not be able to become successful. You cannot change your outcome without changing your mindset.
Oh, that's big.
And in the previous interview we had, we talked about mindset versus tool set, where most of the times we assume that the reason why we can't become successful is because we lack the tool set. When in reality, for 90% of people, it's lacking the right mindset. Because when you have the right mindset, you'll discover that the tool set is right around you. So it's first believing that you can do it. Because once you know and believe that you can do it, that belief is going to then impact your decisions. Because now if you say, you know what? Yeah, maybe I can become successful. What are you going to do? You're going to go into YouTube, watch videos. How do I become successful? Then you start watching videos. Maybe you start binging videos. And now you start to realize, oh, okay, I can start to do this. I can change this about my life. I need to change the way I think. I need to change my actions. I need to do more things in my day. I need to stop watching so much Netflix. I need to do this. Then maybe you start reading books. And now you start reading business books, because I have read a lot of business books and there's so much wealth in a $20 business book. Just go on to Audible, look at some of the top business books and just start reading them. And you will learn so much. Now you start reading them. Maybe you start doing a little bit. Maybe you don't succeed too much, but you start taking some action and you start to learn even more, because your experiences are some of the best teachers in the world. Even if you make mistakes. I have learned from my mistakes. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have guidance. I didn't have investor family members. I didn't have people telling me how entrepreneurship works. I screwed up a ton, just like you. We made a ton of mistakes, and that's how we learned. And then maybe you go and take a class. Now you're like, okay, I want to learn how to do this. I'm trying to build this business. I'm doing something wrong. I'm trying to get a better job, or I'm trying to get a raise. I keep doing something wrong. You've read books, now maybe you find a class. You invest some money in this class, and now you have more education. Now you try more, and now you start to see over time, oh my God, 12 months ago, I had no idea. I didn't even believe that I can do it. Now that I believe that I can do it, I started watching YouTube videos. I started reading books. I started taking classes. I started taking action. And then you keep doing it. Maybe you hire a coach. Maybe you hire a consultant. I mean, the list goes on and on and on what you can do. But it all first starts with the mindset, because if you tell yourself you can't, your mind shuts down and you're never going to find an opportunity. You're never going to look for the opportunity. So that's where the mindset is the most important thing. And if you don't have the right mindset, this is where the first thing you want to do is start learning, how do I build self-esteem? How do I build my confidence? How do I believe in myself? And I don't have a ton of videos on this. I know you have a ton of videos on this. Watch Lewis's stuff, right? So start there. Then we go a little bit deeper now. If we're focusing on the finances.
So mindset is number one.
Mindset is number one. The second thing now, once you build the right mindset, is you want to create your financial base. And the best way to understand this is just to think, if you wanted to build a house, what do you do first? Well, you got to build the foundation. If you want to build a bigger house, you want to dig a deeper foundation. You want to build a tall building, you need an even deeper foundation. So you have to start by building your financial base. And what that means financially is, first, you want to save $2,000 at the very least. You want to put aside some cash for savings as fast as possible. Because right now, it's something like 40 to 70% of Americans don't have, 40% of Americans don't have $1,000 to put aside, and something close to 70% of Americans don't even have $400 put aside to protect them against an emergency. So most Americans don't have $1,000 put aside.
Get a $2,000 base.
Start with $2,000 as fast as possible. And then you need to cut the financial bleeding. That means your high interest debts, your credit card debts, your hard money loans, your 0% APR loans, which are now charging you 20 to 25%. These need to be paid off as fast as possible, because these are loans that are skinning you alive financially. And
So, I mean, it seems like credit cards are one of the biggest things that hold people back.
look, credit cards,
right.
credit cards are a tool. They are a tool.
If you're not educated with them, you can get stuck.
If you have this tool without the education, it will burn you.
Hmm.
I only spend with a credit card. I spend
you know
a
how to
lot
use
of
the
money on
tool.
credit card because I know how to use the tool. And now because I know how to use my credit card, what happens? Well, I don't spend more than I would otherwise because I use my credit card just as a medium of exchange. I'm going to spend this money anyways. Might as well use my credit card. But my credit
get
card
the benefits.
gives me perks. It gives me cash back. It gives me fraud protection. It gives me free insurance. It gives me
Flights.
hotel upgrades.
Yeah.
It gives me all these things just because I use my credit card instead of paying with cash. And so now, again, it's the financial education because now some people will say, oh my God, these credit card companies are scams. Well, the reason why they're looked at as scams is because we don't have the right education on how to use them, right? It's a tool without the education on how to use it. And this is where now you have to build that financial education, and many times you're going to have to go out and do it yourself because a credit card company is not incentivized to give you the financial education because they're going to make less money, right? It's profitable to keep people poor. It's profitable to keep people financially uneducated because now if you just keep spending money in your credit card because you have no idea what you're doing, now your credit card company is going to get rich. If you're enjoying this video and want to take your investing to the next level, I want to remind you that I put together a free investing masterclass where I walk you through how you can get started as an investor and find hidden investment opportunities before everybody else. It's a completely free masterclass, and when you register, you'll also get access to Market Briefs, which is my newsletter for investors, completely free, complimentary as a bonus. So if you want to get the investing masterclass and Market Briefs all for free, all you have to do is click the link down in the description below to get it. The average household in America has $6,200 worth of credit card debt. So if you have credit card debt in America, you probably have an average of $6,200.
Wow.
Now, let's talk about that. Because if,
And what's the interest on that?
well, that's at 15 to 25, 28%. And
so
that's
every
going
month,
up.
every month you're paying that.
You're paying it every month.
So it's not $6,000 a month. It's really, over years. If you never fully pay it off, you're just paying more and more and more.
And the interest rate on your credit card isn't fixed rate, it's variable interest rate. So as the Federal Reserve Bank raises interest rates, the interest rate on your credit card also goes up. So if you are 21 years old right now and you invested $6,200, which is the average household credit card debt right now, if you invest $6,200 right now and you got a 20% return on your money, and you did that for the next 45, 46 years, you are going to retire with $20 million. $20 million. And you never invest another penny again.
Say it one more time.
If you invest $6,200 today, and you never invest another penny again, and
At
you get-
21.
at 21, and you get a 20% return on your money, you're going to retire with $20 million.
Wow.
Now you're going to say, Jaspreet, where in the world am I going to get a 20% return on my money year after year? You're right. But your credit card company is doing it every single day.
Wow.
They're charging you. And so when you have that sort of credit card debt, that's you making your credit card company richer. Now, whether or not you think it's a scam, look, let's move past and understand what's going on. That way now you can use it to your advantage. Yes. Because I get tens of thousands of dollars worth of cash back every year from my credit card company because I use it as a tool and I understand how to use it. And this is where, look, if you don't want to use a credit card, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But just don't, if you have credit card debt, you have to pay that off because that is skinning you alive right now. Understand the financial education aspect. So that's the first thing you want to do is create your financial base. So you got to save some cash, then you got to pay that credit card debt off.
cut the financial
You need to
bleeding.
Cut the financial bleeding.
What's the strategy if you got 3 credit cards? What's the strategy to getting rid of that debt?
So Dave Ramsey is going to tell you to do something called the snowball method.
The smallest first? Or
Smallest first
and then
to the biggest.
Because you're building momentum, right?
Right. A financial advisor might tell you the opposite, do the debt avalanche, which is now pay the highest interest rate first and then go down because now you're going to pay off the most interest first. So it costs you the most money in the long term. The reason why Dave Ramsey recommends the snowball method is because psychologically, when you get those small wins of paying something off, you feel like you're winning and you can pay it off faster.
Yeah.
A advisor is going to look at the math and say, hey, look, these numbers are telling me that pay off the higher interest rate first because it's going to save you the most money over the long term. Which one's right? Again, I'm not going to say which one. Do what's best for you. Because I know if I was in a situation, I'm not, I like the idea of paying down the heavy interest rate first because that's how my brain works. I don't need the small wins like that. I can work for the long term. I think, the entrepreneurial mindset
Right.
where, I know how my mind works, so I understand myself. And this is just honestly being open and honest with yourself. If you can't stay true with it, then do the snowball.
Yes.
It does not matter. Screw paying it off a few months early. Just get it away and pay it off as fast as possible. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.